Como esta, bitches? I am back to give you more suggestions. Let's start off with the headliner. What's that movie called? I Care a Lot. It's with Rosamund Pike, she's from Gone Girl. She plays a very similar, like really messed up character. I highly recommend it for her acting alone. Movie wise, the first half is excellent. The second half it goes off the rails a little bit. Her character is the most stubborn character in the world, and I get that, but they didn't reveal enough about why someone like this would decide to take such a big risk. And I'm talking about the big risk of versing Peter Dinklage's character, who's great in it. Overall, it's very good. It's worth watching, but the first half was way better than the second half. And there comes a point in the second half where it kind of like drags on, and you're like, okay, I kind of want this to wrap up. And it is for a character you do not root for. At least I didn't root for her. But she did excellent in it. And it's a different movie. There's definitely not a movie quite like it. So I would recommend it on Netflix right now. So we took a little bit of a midwinter break, so I'm going to go over what went out last week. Let's start with Amazon Prime. Catfish, in and of itself. Sonic the Hedgehog, in and of itself, is a presentation. I haven't seen it, but I hear it's life-changing. I am going to watch it, but like documentaries, I'm having a very hard time getting myself to sit through something like that. Sonic the Hedgehog's amazing. It's very underrated. Going over to Hulu, it also says Sonic the Hedgehog came out last week. Either I messed up or Hulu and Amazon made a deal. But also The Shape of Water. Fish fucking movie. You know it's going to be good, especially if it's directed by Guillermo del Toro. Logan Lucky, which is the redneck Ocean's 11, directed by the same guy who did Ocean's 11. And Nomadland, which has Frances McDormand. It looks very boring. I do not want to watch it, but if you're into like the real artsy fartsies, you should probably check that out. That's on Hulu as well. Netflix last week was Good Girls Season 3. Haven't watched an episode, but I hear it's very great. Spycraft documentary. I think Travis told me about it. I don't know what it's about. So there's a documentary called Spycraft to check out. Shout out to Travis. I Care a Lot. We just went over that. Conjuring 1 and 2 just came out on Netflix as well. So if you want to get a little horrified, get on Netflix. HBO Max. Hot Ones Season 1. If you want to watch a really interesting... you must have seen it, or at least seen it on like Snapchat or on the YouTubes. I don't watch episodes anymore because of COVID. It's all on Zoom, the new interviews, and they're getting bigger and bigger stars every day, but it's just not the same as them being in the same room. But it is a host, Sean Evans, I think his name is, who really is like one of the best interviewers because him and his team do really, really good research. But they eat hotter and hotter wings as they have to answer questions. It's very entertaining. Season 1's on HBO Max right now. And Static Shock just got added on HBO Max. That's exciting. Argo also got released on HBO Max. The extended version. Didn't know there was an extended version. I'm more of a The Town fan when it comes to Ben Affleck directed films. But Argo, everyone gets their dick hard over, so watch that. It's a good movie. Wasn't that good. Disney Plus, WandaVision, and The Muppet Show. There's more. And the Cheaper by the Dozens. So those are the things that were released last week. And now this week. What is new, you ask? I will tell you what is new. Actually, last week as well. We're gonna go to HBO Max because I forgot to mention that The Nick, which stars Clive Owen, great series. I think it's only 2 seasons long. I won't say anything about the ending, but it has an ending where you're like, that can't be it, and it is it, and it's real. But overall, the series is very, very great. Steven Soderbergh directed it. And on the 26th this week, Blade Runner 2049 comes out, which is the sequel to Blade Runner. Harrison Ford returns alongside the starring role of Ryan Gosling. It can't be an episode of me talking to you without me mentioning Ryan Gosling for some reason. But the movie is one of the most spectacularly visually awesome films you'll ever watch ever. In fact, I'm going to call this one... Also, it's got... What's Ben Affleck's girlfriend's name? Ana de Armas. So, also... All right, moving on to Netflix. On February 26th are my only three picks for Netflix, which is Captain Fantastic. Viggo Mortensen's in it. It's pretty good. I got to stop using the word good. It's a interesting view. Oh, No Escapes got Owen Wilson, Pierce Bronson, and Lake Bell. I haven't watched this. I've only heard great things, but it is interesting that Owen Wilson only comes out with movies. I mean, he comes out with usual comedies, but every time he comes out with a movie outside of comedy, it's freaking fantastic. So I want to watch this one. It's very similar to like Behind Enemy Lines type of way. Not actiony because he plays like I think just a dad. I don't even know what the movie's about. It's weird that I have this added to my list, but it looks very good, and I've only heard great things. So check that out on Netflix for February 26th. No Escape, and Our Idiot Brother is also going to release on the 26th. Excellent cast: Paul Rudd, Zoe Deschanel, Rashida Jones, others. I can't remember for now, but if you want to watch a pretty decent comedy, it's more of a background comedy. Like have your friends over, put on this movie, and not pay like full attention to, because it's not fantastic. It's not Captain Fantastic, but it is entertaining enough for me to add to this list. Moving on to Hulu. February 23rd, tomorrow, Dread is going to be added onto the Hulu. I never finished it. Not to say it was bad, but it was quite entertaining, and everyone and their mother loves it. I'd rather watch The Raid Redemption, but Dread is going to be on Hulu tomorrow. Snowfall Season 4 is going to be added on to Hulu on February 25th. This show is very, very good, so check that out. And on February 26th is Florence Foster Jenkins with Meryl Streep. So all the Meryl Streep fans, woo woo. Florence Foster Jenkins, Hulu, February 26th. And finally on Amazon Prime, no wait, not finally, but moving on to Amazon Prime. The Informer is going to be added on the 26th, which is a very, very good Matt Damon film. It's based off a true story, and it's funny, and oh man, he should have won an Oscar for it. You ever meet someone that just continuously digs their own grave? I've been this person for at least 26 years, but yeah, this is it's a good watch, so check out The Informer on Amazon. And finally, Disney Plus. Oh, Flora and Ulysses came out with Ben Schwartz, so check that out. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it just for Ben Schwartz. Also, it looks like a cute movie. If you got kids, there's something for you to watch that's finally new on Disney Plus. Flora and Ulysses, I believe it's called. And WandaVision. 2 episodes left. Be sure to watch them and watch my video where I recorded with Dan going over the last 2 weeks. That's it. That's it for today. I am going to finish off the month with 2 more videos. Do not forget that it is Black History Month. That will be later on this week, where we will go over all the films that you should watch at the end of Black History Month. I should have done it at the beginning, but I had to do a lot of research first, because a lot of the things on my list I hadn't seen yet, and there are certain new ones that you must watch immediately. Plus, I wanted to figure out how I was going to cut it up properly. Doesn't matter. You'll see or not see. I don't care. Thank you for watching. Share, like, subscribe, or suck a dick. If you do that, congratulations, but I meant it in like the negative connotation of fuck you for not watching or subscribing or commenting. C'est la vie.